Hey there, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying this summer just as much as I do. Still, don't forget to spend some time working on your English. I'm Oля Yankova, a senior teacher in Green Forest, and I'm here to help you do that. Today we're going to have an online interactive English lesson on functional language. We'll check out some ways to describe the chances of something happening and practice on our interactive platform Notes by Green Forest. Our lesson will last about 30 minutes. Please open the interactive lesson in a new browser window. You can find the link in the description below. Follow my instructions and complete the tasks. But before you do, don't forget to subscribe to our channel not to miss more fun and useful videos like this one. Functional language is a term that we use to refer to a set of phrases that could help us in a specific situation. For example, when we need to give advice, or to describe a procedure, or compare something. Those could be different words, phrases, or grammar topics, all used with one purpose. Like today's topic, describing the chances of something happening. The lesson is for students with A2 or higher level of English. It consists of functional language presentation as well as 3 interactive practice tasks. First, we will discuss which structures can help us predict whether something will happen or not. Then, we'll be able to practice these structures with a few tasks on our interactive platform. Get some water, open your mind, and let's get started. When we want to predict some events in the future based on our own opinion, we usually use future simple, will plus verb, for affirmative sentences and will not, won't plus verb for negative sentences. But it doesn't really show how sure you are in your predictions. That's where adverbs of probability come in handy. By using the right adverb, we can control the level of being sure or not sure in something. Let's look at the chart. When we are certain about something 90% or even more, I would say you actually believe it will or won't happen. We can use definitely or certainly with future simple. These words are total synonyms and can replace each other. For example, people will certainly use more critical thinking. This sentence means that I'm really sure of what I'm saying. Pay attention. These adverbs are used after will in affirmative sentences, will certainly use, but before won't in negative ones. For example, information definitely won't be free. Sometimes we think that the situation is probable. Let's say 70% chances of happening. Then use probably with future simple. Probably can be used in either positive or negative sentence and will take the same position, after will or before won't. For example, we will probably live on other planets in 50 years. Most people probably won't know anything without Google. But when you think that the situation is possible, 50% chances of happening, don't use future simple. Go for modal verbs instead. Use may, might, or could with a bare infinitive of the verb. The economic situation may, might, could change in most countries. There is no difference which verb to choose. They all have exactly the same meaning. Now, you might have heard that might can be used in cases where there are more or less chances, but it's not the case. So don't worry which one to choose in an affirmative sentence. However, if you want to emphasize a negative possibility, forget about could. In a negative sentence, we can use only may not or might not with a bare infinitive. We may not or might not have newspapers anymore. If you need to ask a question, start with do you think and then continue with a regular affirmative sentence. Do you think the situation might change? What would you say if I asked you to answer this question? I could do it by using just one word. For example, do you think the situation might change? Certainly, or probably. Now look at these examples one more time and think if you agree or disagree with them. If you ask me, I agree that information definitely won't be free, because information gives us power and we'll have to pay for that. But I disagree that we will probably live on other planets in 50 years. Even though a lot of companies all over the world are working on their colonization projects, 50 years are still not enough to create a fully functioning colony on a different planet. So what do you think? Take a minute to think about it and write your ideas in the comments below. Thank you for doing that. And now let's practice. We will complete 3 tasks during this lesson. Each task we will complete has 3 buttons at the end. Check, show answers, reset. When you press check button, you will see if your answers are right or wrong. When you press show answers button, you will see the correct answers. Press it again to go back to your answers. When you press reset button, all your answers will disappear and you will be able to do the task once again. In this task, we have a couple of sentences with 2 different options to choose from. In one sentence, both options are possible. Choose either 1 or 2 correct options where possible. You have 5 minutes for the task. Please check yourself. Did you manage to find the sentence with two options? Is the meaning the same here? Of course it's different. In both cases, I'm talking about 70% chances of something happening. But in the first case, I think people will still write letters, and in the second one, that they won't do it. What about sentence 5? Why can't I use two options here? That's right, because we don't use could with not when we talk about possibility. Let's move on to task 2. In this task, we have 8 sentences with one mistake in each. The sentences are broken into segments, each one in a separate box. Find the segments with mistakes, click on them, and write the correct option in the box. You have 8 minutes for this task. Did you manage to find mistakes in numbers 2 and 5? I bet it was a bit tricky. There were spelling mistakes over there. Definitely D-E-F-I-N-I-T-E-L-Y and certainly C-E-R-T-A-I-N-L-Y. Let's move on to task 3. This is the last task for today. In this task, you need to predict the chances of different things happening. Use any phrase we have looked through today and justify your opinion. Let's look at the first idea together. People using flying cars in the near future. People definitely won't use flying cars in the near future. At the moment, electric cars are becoming more popular, but the total number of electric cars is still not that big around the world. We can see the new technology doesn't win hearts easily. The flying cars might appear, but I think they certainly won't become popular fast. Now it's your turn. You have about 7 minutes for this task. Write down your predictions only. Are you done? Now this task is slightly different. It won't check your answers, but it will show you suggested sentences for each idea. Press Show Answers and see if you have any similar ideas. Look at one more of my ideas. Is this sentence correct? This topic could be tricky, but you definitely will figure it out. Yes, there's one mistake here, the word order. We should say, you will definitely figure it out. And which other verbs could you use instead of could? That's right, might or may. We're done for today. Great job, everyone. Our lesson for today is over. Thank you very much for your time. I sure hope you enjoyed our video, and if you did, like it and subscribe to our channel for more cool videos to boost your English. Write in the comments below what you liked about the lesson and what other topics you'd like to discuss. Check out our previous lessons on reported speech, emphasizing, and causative passive here to make sure you don't miss even a bit of English from Green Forest. Also, don't forget that this short lesson is just a small part of all the English knowledge you can get with our interactive course book, Notes by Green Forest, during online lessons in Green Forest School of English. You can find all the details in the comment pinned below. Take care, guys.